Alright, so here we are. I'm playing StarCitizen, and in this video I decided to record myself playing what I would call an average play session. So basically when you start the game, you will most likely spawn at a hab. In my case, I spawned at a hab. Well, here I was already playing, so I just moved there. But I basically am at a hab at a space station around a planet, in this case Hurston. And well, the first thing I do is I check if I have anything equipped or not, this is a new system that came out in 3.15, which allows you to access inventory from different places, and it's a lot easier to equip stuff than before. Basically, here I show you a little bit the clinic where you can set your respawn point, and well, there's a little burrito shop where you can buy drinks and food, which is something necessary to do every once in a while, but it's very, very small. Now here I've been playing for a few hours now, and my waters are like at 88%, so it's quite good. So of course, the first thing I do is I get a ship. I get my Avenger Titan, which is a little bit better than a starter ship, but it's really a starter ship, just slightly better. I changed it from the starter ship because my starter ship did not have cargo at all. It was like version a Mustang exploration variant, which did not have cargo whatsoever. So I decided to switch to the Titan, which also has a bed, but allows me to, well, do some trading and also, you know, place some crates inside, which is what you use mostly for deliveries. So yeah, deliveries, that's what I'm gonna do. I decided to do the deliveries because it seems, at least to me, it has been the most consistent type of missions, meaning that like I will be able to fully finish it without any issue from start to finish. So here obviously I take a little bit of time to appreciate the game, how it looks, because one of the things you can't deny from this game is that it is gorgeous. So yeah, I mean, as a little side note, I guess, I was paying attention to my FPS throughout the game, and in the space station might go down a little bit to like 20-25s, but overall I am pretty much all the time at above 30 FPS, which is not the best, but it's still alright. I will put in the descriptions my computer specs if you're interested. So anyways, deliveries. So yeah, I look around and I look for what deliveries. Specifically what I like is usually deliveries from point A to point B without multiple steps or without anything. And the other thing I would pay attention to is whether or not they send you to a main planet or main landing area or a city, which I would preferably avoid just based on performance. In main planets and cities, main landing zones, performance can be pretty rough. There was last week was the IAE, which is the expo, the manufacturers expo, and it happened like in New Babbage, one of the main landing areas, the main landings area of Microtech, and here the FPS in that city were about 15 if I was lucky, and if I was very, very lucky, maybe it would go up to like 18-20 FPS, so definitely not desirable. So anyway, so I picked up the mission, and first thing I have to do is come to this moon and just travel to this little outpost to get my box. Basically, in this case, it's a wine delivery, so I'm picking wine. I have a wine crate in some outpost, and then I'm traveling to the other outpost to deliver it. So again, look at how beautiful the game looks, honestly. So yeah, nothing crazy here. Just traveling to the place. Of course, for these missions, and I mean for the game in general, you will spend a lot of time traveling from places in quantum travel and so on. If you're not a patient person, definitely this game is not for you. In this case, I am traveling just inside of the of Hurston, vicinity of Hurston, and the different moons of Hurston. So it's not very long travels. But as soon as you have to do travels from between different planets, then it might take a little bit longer. I even take advantage of that to go pee usually. Like it might take up to 5 minutes to just travel from one side of the system to the other, and it's quite dependent also on what quantum component you have. So here, while I am slowing down to reach the outpost, I already put the landing gear down. This is a very basic outpost, 2 landing pads and 2 little houses for it. Well, it is maybe a slightly bigger outpost because it does have the landing pads. A lot of outposts don't even have landing pads. And here on the right you can see there is smaller landing pads which allow you to spawn vehicles, which I will do in the end of the video as well.
Systems offline.
So turn off the ship, get out. So yeah, like I'm doing a delivery. Deliveries are not the most worth it in terms of money missions, but again, like I said, they have been, at least for me, the most consistent. So I can, if I'm gonna just have like an average small session, I want to avoid like bugs and being blocked in a mission. Like just before doing this mission, actually, I did a mission where I had to go to an area, and there were some illegal miners that had taken control of the area with some sentries, and I had to just take down those sentries. And well, I spent a bunch of time in it, and I just couldn't find all of the sentries. Maybe I could like find better, like look for them better, but and it's the second time where I do a mission like this, where I just at some point I find a few of the sentries, and then I really can't find the others. So a little lag spike there might happen every once in a while. The other thing as well from this game is that a lot of the performance is like server performance. So a lot of the times you might have a session where you have very good performance and another session where you might have like a lot worse. And it's not necessarily based on your computer, it's just the server performance is quite bad. It just can't handle it. Of course, they are working on it. They are making the server meshing, which should be rolling out in the coming updates. Like slowly, it probably won't drop it entirely at first, but will should improve. And they are working also in a new rendering engine that should alleviate CPU performance as well, which is pretty nice. So anyway, so I got the package, placed it on my ship. Make sure you place it and don't place in moving parts. If I would have placed it instead of like at the back, I would have placed it on the door while it was going down. It might have caused some issues. I've had issues before with that. So anyway, I just place this crate, then go back to get back into the pilot sit, turn on the ship, and of course we'll travel back to the place. Again, now this time I am traveling to Ita. The second one, I don't know how many moons Hurston has, but one of the other moons of Hurston. And like you can see, my ship is a little bit broken down. Like I said, I was doing that other combat-ish mission before, so I did get a little bit broken. The ship in good state, it's just like a little bit of visuals, I guess. Which still look pretty good. So like you can see here, I am actually traveling to the other side of the moon instead. And these quantum always look super good. The ship turns around so you can see the planet, or in this case the moon, rotating around you. Or at least you rotating around the moon, which is very nice. And we're reaching the sun, which is pretty nice. A sunny side of the moon, which is pretty cool. And again, still have to travel there. Another, I guess, tip that I would give, pretty simple, but like, don't go all the way. Don't ever, well, don't, no, I wouldn't say ever, but like, don't dive towards the planet at full speed. More than once it happened that I was just going too fast, and then the ship takes a while to slow down, especially if you're in red. So make sure you're not all the way, because well, it happened a lot of times where I just crashed. My ship could not slow down, I just ended up crashing. We do have the capacitors now, which kind of help with that. Here you can already see how long it took to slow down there, and I wasn't even going so fast. I decided to travel a bit closer to the surface this time, and I got a little bit scared because saw all the spikes coming out, and because of server issues there might be some times where you might not see a spike soon enough and you end up dying. So yeah, so I decided to not fly so close instead. So anyways, so I saw that I was already there, and what I tend to do is I tend to rotate my ship so that my back is toward the place where I have to go, so that it's easier to just get out of the sit and get the crate. And well, one thing I didn't notice is that I was actually on something. So I cheated here and I used the outside view. I would really like if they actually did something in-game to be able to see your ship around it. Maybe like put some cameras somewhere that you could access somehow. Because it feels a little bit like cheating using that camera. But anyways, did it anyways. Land it properly. And then I just have to get the crate again and go to the place to deliver it. Get the crate, open the door. Here you have sometimes some little issues when you change like gravity. So of course I was in the ship gravity, and then I switched to the actual planet gravity, or moon gravity to be more correct. Again, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Go past the airlock, and I realized I was not in the right place. So go back, cycle again. Depressurizing. And I have to go around. And here, there you go. There's my place. So there seemed to be some kind of little, a lot of wind, which looks very cool with the sun kind of glistening on the other side, with all the lens flares. And you can see it is actually very cold in this planet. In this moon, in the other moon, it was actually super hot. And I almost got caught by the door, by the way. So yeah, there is actually here, I'm spending a very little time outside, but if you would have to spend more time, there is actually different armors that you can wear that would help you either against cold or against heat. So anyways, I use this little locker where you can place the thing. You should be able to also deliver it to the guy, to the NPC, but I've found it that sometimes it doesn't work, so I tend to only use this little locker, which is faster and just end up working. So yeah, so that's the mission. I got the thing, and now I should get the money as well. And here I basically show you that you can also do some basic trading, you know, buy some resources somewhere for cheap and sell them for a little bit more expensive somewhere else, for a higher price somewhere else. Of course, in my case, I don't actually know the prices, so I don't know whether or not it's worth it to buy stuff here. Probably. Of course, I could check the internet for that. And it tends to be not with my ship, because I only have 8 SCU. I could only have 8 crates of cargo in it. But with other ships, which might have more, it is actually quite, can make a decent amount of money. So then, what I would usually do is just, go back to the ship, find a new mission, and do it. Like here, again, you can look. In this case, there's not too many missions. Like the research ones are something that I tend to do as well. With those missions, those missions usually take you to a crash site. You have to take some resources, and those resources is a type of resource that is time sensitive, meaning that once you take the crate, you have like 15 minutes and you have to deliver it in those 15 minutes. Usually quite doable. But yeah. So now, because I was done, I said, well, I'm gonna take advantage of the ships that I rented from that expo that I talked to you about, and I take this hover bike, the Dragonfly, which is quite fun to use. Right now, the hover mechanic is not that good, but in the next update, they're actually improving it, and we'll see how it is. But for now, it's still fun to play around with it a little bit. So I decided, why not? You know, I'm done with the delivery. I can spawn it here. I won't have it for long. So of course you can rent it with money. I probably have enough money right now to do it. But yeah, so here it is. A very nice bike with kind of 4 engines, so not engines, but like hover engines, I guess. A little bit of a little issue here, I guess, when I started. Anyways, and there we go.
Five minutes later.
So yeah, that was it. I did actually die 5 minutes later, funny enough. Tends to be the case when I use that ship. Well, that bike, I guess. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it, and see you next time. Maybe I'll do some other average session videos in the future.